Should school children learn the benefits of both sides of the British Empire? That's according to the Equalities Minister, Kemi Badenoch, who believes communities benefited from the British Empire. See, it doesn't sound natural when you pronounce your T's. Anyway, listen, I'm just going to cut to the chase. I'll get straight to the point because we're almost out of time. So as quick as you can, should kids learn both sides of the British Empire, James?
It's not quite as simple as both sides. You know, the word looting is from the Hindi, and that's what the Brits did. You know, they looted India. At the same time, they gave it a united army, more unity of India than had preceded British rule. They laid down the railways. They gave it a ruling class that was interested in science. And they gave it actually private property in the shape of privately owned land, which was barbaric, but better than what had gone before. So it's a question of understanding that you know, the overall, it's no good to discuss the overall effect. We have to very carefully delineate what were the positive sides on the balance sheet and what were the negative sides. And the negative sides, you know, if you look at the great massacres for which Britain was responsible, you know, cannot be gainsaid.
David, briefly?
Yeah, we should look at the good and the bad. I mean, what's going on in schools at the moment is they're teaching kids the empire is totally bad, Britain is bad, white people are bad, white privilege is a sin, they're the source of trouble for everybody who's not white. I mean, that's critical race theory, which is very damaging, you know, and it's not balanced. We need to look at the good and the bad. And, you know, some people in India, as you said, James, they appreciate the railways and the education system, which is a good thing.
Mary-Ann, briefly with this.
Fundamentally, I think that suggests that the people of the Indian subcontinent wouldn't have railways or education if it weren't for the British Empire, which is fundamentally nonsense. And I speak as someone who is half Indian. Basically, yes, the empire was overall bad. Colonialism was bad. It's not a bad thing to teach people and to have that discussion in society about actually what kind of unchallenged assumptions do we make about the races, well, races you need to unpack anyway. That's fundamentally what critical race theory is about, kind of going, hang on a minute, can you kind of profitably say white people and black people? Actually, what does that really mean? Let's tease out what inequality that represents, what historical inaccuracy that represents. And the more we know about it, the better we can move forward to a better future.
Well, that is a debate, I think, for another day.